Welcome to Duncan Family Farm. We just living the country life. Got our hay being baled today. We're hoping on this 40 acres, we've got about, there's a lot of trees on part of it. I think that it's 27, 28 acres of grass. We've got probably 7, 8 acres of it fenced off for the cattle in the pasture. It's not a whole lot, but that's plenty for what we've got. The grass, Bermuda's over knee high out there right now, and this is middle of August. I think we're in pretty good shape. We can get the rest of this to make right number of bales of hay. We don't know what that is. We'll have enough hay to get through. It's some good looking hay, buddy. I mean, the Bermuda stuff, there's not a lot of Johnson grass or anything like that in it. We're pretty happy with all of that. I do have a source for more hay if we need it. I've got a friend that's got a big barn full of hay, and truth is I can buy hay off him about as cheap as what it cost to have this baled. But this grass has to be put up. It has to be, I would spend money in diesel and brush hogging it and stuff. So we're pretty happy getting it done this way. It kind of serves two purposes. We've got lots of projects around the farm this winter. You're actually looking at one of them. These pecan trees right here. We want to go through and trim up the bottom of them. These are native pecan trees. They're not the old big paper hull. My grandpa and them, they've allowed these trees to grow over the years. These particular trees are newer. I remember those growing when I was a little bit younger in a little fence row that's now gone. But anyhow, we've allowed them to go on. We need to trim them up. Nobody's took care of that in a long time. The bad part about that is there's grass underneath it that doesn't get baled, and so hopefully we get them cleaned up. Next year it'll help a little bit, and it'll make them better. I'm going to show you. I'm going to turn you around and show you. I'm standing in front of a great big pecan tree, and you can kind of see underneath it how that it grows up if you just keep going around it like we did those other trees, and it just creates a jungle. I'll get in there with the brush hog and clean it up some right there, but the truth is it just needs a lot of limbs cut off of it. And it's a great big tree. It's big. It's, I don't know, 60 foot more, 80, I don't know, great big. But I'll turn you around and let you watch the tractor come back up as we talk. But it's pretty awesome. It's just fun to be out here and see what's going on. I'm going to turn you around, let you see this as it goes on. Come here, dog. Oh, Max, he's a good dog, but he wants to bark at the tractors. Anyhow, we're pretty happy with how things are going this year. I wish we could have got the hay cut a little earlier. It kind of is what it is. When you don't own your own equipment, you're at the mercy of when the guy gets you in line as he goes down across the territory baling. And I could jump hay balers, but get a different guy. But bad part about that is, just being. I'm the kind of guy I like to do business with the same people as long as they're doing me good. And this guy has been faithful to show up, and others might not. He's got good equipment. It does a pretty good job. It cleans up the grass pretty good. You see a lot of fields when they bale, they leave a whole lot. I don't like that. I want it to clean up and look good. It's not perfect. He's got hired hands, and they miss a little grass here and there and stuff, but it all works out. Comes out pretty good. I'm pretty happy with the hay. I'm pretty happy with what's going on. I don't mean to ramble, but I just wanted you to kind of see what it's like out here today. it's hot, and it's just a hot day. Won't take him long to clean this field up. Back beyond that far tree line back there, there's a low part that he doesn't cut or bale. We plan, truthfully, we plan to run cows on all this. We don't need it at the moment, so this is a good short-term plan to produce hay and feed the cows we have. We're building slow. Prices of cattle are so high right now. It's just not a buyer's market, and so we will kind of take our time at building the farm in that manner, and we did gain the little baby calf, and that was nice, but we're going to grow slow like that. As the Lord provides, we have the money, we have everything lines out, and we'll go ahead and add to our herd. Kind of being patient the way we're doing it, trying to do it without loans, just doing it by saving money and stuff. You know, we kind of think that maybe in the next 4 or 5 years we'll have a pretty adequate number of cattle, but you know, it's just a slow start. You know, we've got 3 now. We'll have 2 more next year. That'll put us at 5. Hopefully we'll keep having girls. That'd be nice. That makes it easy. You don't have to sell any or deal with making them little steer calves or anything like that. We're not going to eat any of them at this point. We're going to continue to grow the herds. The plan, the ultimate plan, is to grow our own beef and produce our own beef on farm like that for the family. But if you eat them too much too quick, then you're eating off your profits. It's just like saving money. You gotta save a lot fast and just be patient. It begins to grow, but the more that it grows, I mean, 2 years from now we ought to produce 3 calves, and the year after that we'll produce 5 or more, and that's not counting buying any. So I mean, very quickly, within 5 years, we should be where we want to be. That's the plan. It's perfect world thinking, you know, getting heifer calves and all that kind of stuff. But we'll buy some more as we go. The plan will be, as far as hay goes, at that point, we'll either buy hay or we'll lease a hay field somewhere. You know, and at some point, will we ever buy our own hay and equipment? I don't know. I don't know with me working full time and everything, if it ever pay for itself. It's cheaper to the other guy come out and do it, and you get not only the labor, but I mean, that equipment that he's using right there is expensive, and you know, not to mention the tractor, and I don't have enough tractors to do all that. So that's just kind of, boy, there's a lot of thinking that goes into farming and a lot of planning, and you know, some people jump out there and borrow a lot of money, and there they are. I'm gonna do it slow, and I don't. I turned 61 this year, so I don't want to be in debt till I'm 91, and so I'm going to do it kind of slow, and it'll be what it is. And one of these days we'll turn it over to the kids, and hopefully it'll be a good head start for them. That's the plan. Anyhow, farm life, thinking about things that maybe a lot of people don't think about. If you don't have cattle and don't have land and things like that, you know, you're thinking about a whole different, you know, these are things you don't have to worry about or think about. But this is, like we say, living the country life, and this is parts of it. I enjoy it. I enjoy it. We sit down and make plans and write out and draw up things and how we think we want it to be, and we invest in things. When we buy a row of barbed wire, we're investing in the farm, you know. And when we patch a fence, you know, do you patch it or replace it? You know, it's all part of the plan, and you know, making it better, making the property better. We're all stewards. We're stewards of this land for a period of time, just like my grandparents and great-grandparents before us, my dad, and then I hand it down to my kids. As long as they want to do that kind of thing, have the heart to do that kind of thing, you know, it'll be there. It's the family farm. Some people do it much bigger than this, and a lot of people don't do it at all anymore. But it is a way of life, and it's enjoyable. It's enjoyable for us. I love being out here, even though it's a hot day. Just hearing the cicadas and all the things, and the dog running around and all that. The cows are off over here in the field, and I've checked on them earlier today and make sure they got plenty of water and everything. We'll feed them right before in the evenings when we feed, and we'll do that. You know, there's lots of ways of doing lots of things, and this is just what we do. This is living the country life here on Duncan Family Farm. So anyhow, those are not just words. It really is true. It's what we do and how we live life. But anyhow, I just wanted to share some thoughts with you on this Friday, and I appreciate you coming by, and we'll get this video uploaded as quick as possible, and it'll be pretty current for you. And so thank you for spending almost 11 minutes of your life with me, and we'll talk to you another day. God bless.